So, day one, I'm excited. Today my first run is a 5K run on a pace of 4:54. So this is going to be an easy one, I guess. Let's go. Hi, so last time I told you about how I got into running. If you haven't seen it, go back and watch the last episode. Now I started training for it. Today we're going to talk about planning your runs. But before we get into that, let's see my first 2 weeks of training. I started by making a training plan. I found an online training planner, but there are tons of schedules for your first marathon to find online. Most of them are always 4 to 5 times a week. I like to do 3 to 4 times a week. Mine is from a Dutch website. If you like to use the same, you can choose to let Google translate it for you. Link in the description. Just fill in which distance, so that is marathon, a reference race with a finish time, how many distance you cover a week, how hard you want to train, and how long you will be training for. The max is 16 weeks, but I'm starting 20 weeks before, in cases I can't train because of illness, injuries, or vacation. Press calculate, and there's the schedule. And this is my schedule. Now I'm ready to start training. First run has begun. I'm running in the park at the moment. It seems to be all right. On the countryside, yes, ladies and gentlemen. First kilometer done. 4:49. Not too bad, not too bad. It's no one. I'm by myself. Look at that. I guess that's pretty alright.
You look ridiculous.
Why?
You're orange
Yeah?
and orange.
Today is the second run. I have to do a tempo run. I never do this, but I have to walk. I began my run today too soon after the lunch. Here we go again. Today is Sunday, and it's time for my long run. A 12K run with a 5:17 pace. Now I'm at Naar de Vesting, part of the old Dutch water defense systems. So today is our long run. I have my new shoes on. It's gonna be a 15K run with a pace of 5:17. First 5 done. 10 more to go. First of all, I would like to say this is my first marathon. I don't know anything about running. Everything I'm going to tell you is from own experience. So please don't go into the comment section and say, yeah, you don't know nothing about it. That's right, I don't know nothing about it. Everything I'm going to tell you is from my own experience. I'm not an expert. With that said, today we're going to talk about planning your race and planning your training. So the first thing you need to know is where to go. Depends on your distance. If you prefer a hard surface or maybe just a soft surface like a forest area. I think the best is to combine them. So you can make a route on Google Maps, measuring or just saying I'm going from point A to point B and then taking public transport back. You can also use Strava. I think there's a lot of routes on there as well. Well, that's a way to do it. There's also an alternative. If you have a watch like me, I have a Garmin watch. I think other brands have it too. You can put a map in your watch by making one in the app. And this is how you make one.
So I'm in the Garmin app now. Go to More, go to Training and Planning, go to Courses and click on the plus icon and click on Running. Now you can make an automatic round trip. Select what distance you want to do and in what direction. You can also give it a name. Press Next. Then press on the starting point. Now you have a round trip. Press on OK and then send it to the watch icon. Then there's the option in the same menu to make a custom route. Select the manual option. Select your starting point and then by pressing New Position, it will create a route for you. If you want to return home from your last position, press the dotted icon and select Back to Start. Save it, sync it to your watch and you're good to go.
Before you start running, check the temperature outside. The temperature will increase 10 to 15 degrees Celsius on top of the temperature it's outside. When it's 10 degrees, it's plus 15. It will feel at the end of your training like 25 degrees. So keep that in mind so you know what to wear. On average, I wear shorts always, unless it's like -5, -10 degrees Celsius. And for a shirt, only long sleeve when it's below 10 degrees. If it's very warm, and I mean like above 20 degrees, I bring water, but not too much, just a little. I have something called a soft flask. It's from a shop called Decathlon, but there are other brands as well. With every sip, it decreases in size, so at the end, it weighs nothing. You can also wear glasses to prevent bugs from flying in your eyes, or sunglasses. But remember, if you're going into the forest, sunglasses can be very annoying and you have to bring them the whole way. More on that on the gear episode. So now it's time to leave. Take a few sips of water, not too much, just a few sips. Put some lemon juice in your water from a bottle or a fresh lemon. It prevents that thirsty feeling. And go to the bathroom. Believe me, go to the bathroom. Just try. When you're planning your long runs, don't do the same lap every time over and over again. Find another route. Find an exciting route, because otherwise it will get boring. So what I did, I made a list of all the long runs I have to do, with the distances behind it, and just find a place from A to B to go to. Every long run I have to do is different. So what I got is, it's all Dutch places, but you can look it up. For my 12K, I'm going to Naarden-Vesting. For my 16, I'm going to the city of Hilversum. 19K, I go to Almere. For my 22, I go to Breukelen. For my 25, I go to Amsterdam. For my 28, I go to Amersfoort. For my 32, I will do a lap around the island of Ameland. For my 25, I will go to the city of Utrecht. And then I got 2 more long runs, and I don't know, I have to fill them in. But I will. So for your interval or tempo runs, try to pick a location where there's no crossings or traffic lights or maybe dogs that follow you or other stuff that will hold you back, because in that tempo run, it's short, but you have to keep that pace. My preferred choice for tempo run is always nature. Soft ground is better for everything. For your short runs, there are so many short runs in your schedule. So that's, for me, it's laps I know. I pick a 8K, a 10K, and I have 2 variations on that. And then I just know where to go. So that's nice if you figure that out before you begin your training schedule. I hope you had some good advice today. Let's return to my last 2 weeks of training. Today's my long run. My long run is 16. I don't have a 16 route, so I do 17.5, and it's through the woods and also through the city of Hilversum. So it's gonna be a nice run. I got a lot of data screens on my watch today. 1, 2, 3, 4. My map. Here's my music. Run dynamics part. Another one. Something. High profile. Refuel. Hydrate.
The first 4 weeks are done. Next month is my favorite. Longer runs, and we're gonna talk about gear. What do you wear? What do you bring? What do you need and what not? If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section or DM me on Instagram so we can talk about that in later episodes. My name is Olaf, and I will see you next month with an update. See you then!